Innovation. What is it? More than likely, when asked this question, you'll have a different opinion than the person next to you. It's a complicated question. A simple definition from the Business Dictionary is the process of translating an idea or invention into a good or service that creates value or for which customers will pay. Innovation can be big or small, brand new or just a little bit different. It's the process with which we change the world. It starts with an idea, but it's hard to do. It requires individuals and companies to take chances and challenge the things that we think we know with certainty. One could argue that innovation is about breaking the rules and taking risks, and companies are not particularly good at that. In fact, it's just the opposite. Most companies are good at making rules and minimizing risk. In his book, The Innovative Dilemma, Clayton Christensen from the Harvard Business School explains that the lack of innovation is not a failure of companies, but rather is the result of prudent and sound management. To establish a common understanding of innovation, let's look at the innovation matrix developed by Greg Settle. The innovation matrix helps us map innovative efforts to areas like basic research, breakthrough innovation, sustaining innovation, and disruptive innovation. In basic research, companies such as IBM are experimenting with next-generation technology like quantum teleportation. These innovations may be decades away from becoming a product. Breakthrough innovation combines well-established concepts with new domains. Greg Settle writes, contrary to popular belief, the idea of evolution didn't originate with Darwin. It was around for decades before he came along. Darwin's accomplishment was to come up with a workable scheme by which it likely occurred. His eureka moment didn't come from studying biology, but by reading the paper of an economist, Thomas Malthus, which showed that populations grow faster than the resources to sustain them. It was then that Darwin realized that only those best adapted to their environment would survive and pass on their traits to offspring. Breakthrough innovations occur from cross-domain synergies. With sustaining innovation, companies like Toyota and Apple refine existing products and make them cooler. iPod, iPhone, iPad were not the first MP3 player, smartphone, and tablet. They were just the coolest. Finally, disruptive innovation provides for experimentation on a massive scale by integrating it into the corporate culture. An example of this is the 15% solution embraced by 3M and Google, where you're encouraged to daydream and play with ideas that have nothing to do with your job. This is where idea percolation can lead to profitable products like Post-its and maybe Google Glass. Having a solid handle on where our efforts map to the innovative matrix helps us act strategically and maintain market leadership. We're doing pretty well. Why should we innovate? Consider Blockbuster, a technologically forward company who had built a staff of like-minded people who were dedicated to a once profitable model. While they were aware that the world was changing around them, they were unable to focus their efforts in the right direction because their culture was structured to support only the existing model. Any innovative information that defied it was ignored. Blockbuster thought it was a DVD rental service. But was it? In contrast, consider the ubiquitous Bic, founded in 1945 as a pen company. Imagine Bic employees asked to think of ideas to expand the company's product line, proposing 4 color pens, erasable pens, and pens customized with a customer's logo. If someone had come up with the idea of selling lighters or razors, the reaction might have been, "You're crazy. We're a pen company." Consider what happens if you shift your mental model or box to adopt a new outlook, something like, "We make disposable plastic items." When you look at Bic from this perspective, lighters and razors are perfectly logical, and they lead to expanding sales, revenue, and profits. Most of us probably have a clear idea of what we should innovate, and maybe some ideas on how we can innovate. But how do we bring those ideas together and transform them into action? With a sustained program of innovation, we can build a culture of innovation across all departments. Over the years, we've launched several innovative efforts, and we can learn from those experiences to create a sustainable program of innovation that will help us operate in all 4 quadrants of the innovation matrix. To change our culture, we must change the way we think, challenge what we think to be right, and question who we are. We can start with training for everyone, from the executives to our associates, with classes on creative thinking strategies and building a culture of innovation. We can hold regular innovative challenges, where teams meet and work on their own challenge and deliver a proposal to a committee to seek funding for their idea. While some innovations are the result of aha moments, we can proactively build a culture of innovation through training, investment, and action. If we educate our staff on creative thinking techniques, engage them in regular innovative challenges, provide them time each week to daydream and collaborate across domains, we'll reap the benefits of fresh ideas and establish a sustainable culture of innovation. What are your ideas for a culture of innovation?